Okay, here we are. We're live at the Wendys in Bradley. They just really renovated the place, so it looks great and spanking new around here. So we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Now, I'm excited about this one today. I'm really excited about this one today. I've always been a Wendy's guy, even when I was a little kid. Back in the day, I grew up in Bradley. I came to this Wendy's location right here 35 years ago, and I was always Wendy's over everybody else in town. And I think these guys have the best French fries in town, among other things. So I've always been a big fan of Wendy's, so I got to know Mike and Tony in recent years, and so I figured today would be a good time to interview them to get some insight as to how they run the show here at Wendy's. So Jim, take it away. What's your take on this?
Well, I'll give you my take on it. I grew up more towards the Bourbonnais Wendy's, so I have a story around there for you guys that were in Bourbonnais Upper Grade Center. You probably made the trips every Wednesday when you got off. Our guest here is already nodding his head. If you ever got off at Wednesday mornings at noon, you had your double cheeseburger, you had your fry, Frosty. I mean, the lunch money that you would save from that Monday and Tuesday, getting up to that early dismissal day, is where we used to spend our money with Wendy's. And my favorite, I know you go with the fries, I can't get away from the nuggets. I wish I had 100 bucket nugget.
Yeah.
But that doesn't support the diet.
No, it doesn't. I do this once in a great while. My go-to cheat meal is it's always been a double stack of fries and a Frosty. You got to get the Frosty too. Nowadays, since the Baconators come out, my go-to cheat meal is the Baconator. That's my new favorite.
Fries?
So the double stack's kind of taking a back seat, but the fries have always been good. Always got to get the Frosty here. We're gonna get some insight from one of the guys who runs the show around here. Let's bring in Tony Allegro to the show today. Come on in, Tony.
Tony, hey, thanks for joining with us today. As you can tell, we're fat kids at heart. And for you guys that are just joining the live stream, we're at the Bradley Wendy's here with Tony Allegro and Mike Neumann with a bonus edition of Live with Mike and Jim. So thanks for the likes, thanks for the shares.
Share it
if you guys appreciate the content, share the stream right now.
Yep, you're going to like this one today. We've got a lot of good ones. Why don't you start it off today, Jim? Because I always started off. So you started off today.
Well, one of the big questions that we have, Tony, is, we interview a lot of small business owners here in the area, people that are starting their businesses from nothing, without a system in place. Before we get into a little bit of your story, can you give the audience a few details? Like, what's the big difference of starting a business like a franchise with a system versus something from scratch with? Actually, I guess tell a little bit about your business.
Well,
yeah,
because you ran Vito's back in the day.
Let's learn a little bit about Tony before we answer that question.
And so, what's the difference between running Vito's and Wendy's?
It's all about the structure that's in place. Vito's, everything has to start from the ground up, at least from what you've known from the past and what you've done. You try to bring all those things together, but there's no support system behind it. So what you integrate, what you implement is all your teachings. At least here at Wendy's or a franchise that you're wanting to get involved with, there's always a structure, there's always systems, and there's always support teams that you can call, can come out and help you. So those are the biggest components of it. Because you can always put systems in place, you can always go to support people, but if you don't use those tools or resources, then what is it really going to do for you?
Yeah.
So it's about implementing it and then following through with the action plan with it.
Okay, big difference. And just to make sure our audience knows too, and sorry for not clarifying this is what happens on live. We can't really go back and change it, but Tony here actually created the Vito's Pizza. Is that correct? It's called Vito's or just
Vito's?
Yeah,
Vito's Pizza's right.
Okay, I don't want to make sure I'm not getting on anybody else's Vito's. So that was located in Bradley over on Armour Road years back. So he has created a business out of nothing. And now, how many Wendy's are you in charge of?
39.
39. Wow.
39. We just opened up one in Villa Park.
Okay.
2 weeks yesterday.
Oh, so, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. So 39, great time. It's all about people, and I'm a people person. Awesome. As you guys are. You go out and meet people, talk to people, interact with people. And Mike, I think you may be a little shyer than both of us, if you know Mike. It's all about the people. And we have over 1,500 employees. It's a great thing to wake up every day, and if you don't work with family or you have worked with family, my dad and I have a great relationship, so being able to talk to him every day, you don't talk to your parents every day usually, and I get to talk to him, and we work side by side, and he's been in this business for 35 years, so getting a perspective on life things in general, and business things in general. I've known Mike for a long time, and I put a challenge out to my dad in a kitchen one day where I don't remember what, we were at a family function, and I was getting a little bit overweight, and I said, you know what, the only way I'm going to get disciplined is if I end up going to the gym, because he'll call me in the morning and say, "Where the heck are you at?"
Yeah.
And
that's great.
So it's just being able to talk and be able to get mentored by somebody that you're familiar with and has great vision and always the best interest in you. So a little off of that now.
Yeah, we got a little weight loss challenge going on, Tony and I do, so we're on each other all the way from now until November. Vegas is coming up, so we got that going on. But that's for another video, that's another story coming up. Now, is this your dad started, was this your dad's first location?
Yes.
Bradley?
Yeah.
And so now,
Yeah, he had Bradley, Route 50, he had East Kankakee,
Okay.
and then Bourbonnais came aboard, and
yeah.
Kankakee, and things started blossoming from there.
Yeah, but even before then he had a few businesses. He had a sandwich shop, and he's been a businessman, your whole life. So you kind of grew up watching your dad go through businesses. That had to have helped somewhat as to your learning experience when it comes to running the show.
Yeah, when we're at home, we're at family functions, we're just hanging out by the pool, or whatever we're doing, it's always business.
Yeah.
There's some time throughout the day of a span we're going to talk about work.
Yeah.
Or I may sit there, he don't even realize that he's on the phone talking to somebody about work. I'm just listening to try to gain insight on maybe his perspective on something, or how he's going to lead a conversation or end a conversation, or give that advice to somebody else. So, there's always times in that you're always talking about work. This is our livelihood, and there's a lot of people underneath us that we have to continue to support and make sure that they can come to work every day.
Yeah.
So we have to provide that for them.
There's a lot of kids out there whose dads, had a business, and maybe the kids eventually, kind of like you are, took over their dad's business. Now, some people can take over their dad's business and run it to the ground and totally flop it, whereas other kids can take their dad's business and flourish with it. It looks like you're on the right page and the right pace to really make it flourish. What are you doing to go in the right direction that other people may not have done?
There's a lot of things that have to come together for you to do that, and it's about thinking and caring about people. Those are a couple components that I would tell people. But also, never stop learning. I don't care how old you are.
That's what this video is all about.
How old you are, how smart you are, college degree, no college degree. You've got to surround yourself with good people. And you always got to have the open mind to say, I don't know everything. Because the day you say you know everything is the day everything stops. It's like they say, when you get old, the day you stop doing anything, you start to slow down.
Yeah.
So you always got to be willing to learn, and that's what I do.
And I see this guy on a regular basis, and even since back in high school, this guy's never really changed. He's always had the same mindset. He's always high energy, always on the go all the time. So what kind of mindset do you have? Like when you wake up in the day, what's your thought process all about to keep you moving the way you do?
Family.
Yeah.
And I have family to provide for. I got a wonderful wife. I have 2 kids, and their motivation. And on top of that, my dad built a fabulous foundation for me. And it's exciting to wake up every day knowing that there's something there for you. And you have to wake up excited. Warren Buffett always said he wakes up and tap dances to work. And I'm not saying you're going to tap dance every day, but you got to get up and you got to be excited. So what motivates me is knowing that my family's there, that I got to provide for.
Okay.
My dad's got a foundation here for me that I can continue to grow and seed this company into the future or the next generation of people, and then life in general.
Yeah. One more question. I know Jim's chomping at the bit to take over on this, but a lot of people have kids, a lot of people have family, but not all people are as motivated as you are to keep on moving. What kind of advice would you have for those people?
Man, just look in the mirror and rethink about what you're thinking about, and what can you do to make something a little bit better for yourself, a little bit better for your people that are working under you, or better yet, for your family. And that's just it. It's all motivating.
It's all about getting better. Every single day, you're getting better or worse. Keep that party going.
Yeah, right?
Take it
Hey, well, Mike's coming up there. Let's do a quick housekeeping. If you guys are just joining the live stream, we appreciate you jumping on with the bonus session with Live and Mike and Jim.
Bonus session today.
Tony Allegro, in charge of 39 McDonald's.
39.
Wendy's. Yeah, right?
We can't go back and cut that out.
Facebook
We
Live.
can't cut out, right?
But Wendy's is the king.
Oh, I do
Well,
want to. So that has to do with my question too, right? Because we all have competitors. But before we get on to that question, because I am going to have a question about McDonald's, is for you guys to share the stream. He talked about learning, waking up with excitement, being able to think about people. Take a minute and think about the people that could use this advice, and share the stream. And
Share the stream.
If you like the information, give Tony here some likes. So, Tony, one of my questions, I mentioned McDonald's. I, being in my business, always have to worry about competitors coming up because in my business, even Mike's business, we offer a service that anybody can duplicate. It may not be easy because of what we do, but what makes you guys so different? How do you guys handle competitors like McDonald's, the Burger Kings getting remodeled? How does that affect your business?
That's a great question. My dad's always taught me, you can never stop a competitive intrusion. Never. If McDonald's wants to build, Burger King wants to build, Five Guys wants to build, whatever that concept is going to come next to your home, you can't stop the competitive intrusion. But what you can do is continue to make sure that you take care of your four walls, is what we call it, the inside of your four walls. You take care of the internal customer, they'll take care of the external customer. You serve a great quality of food at a good pace or a good speed, and deliver quality of everything. Delight every customer is our logo.
Oh, wow.
And it's flattened on my wall, and delighting every customer is from the time they roll on your parking lot to the time they roll off, and that's everything in between. And you can't stop them, so you just gotta make sure your house is being taken care of. And respect them, because they're going to take customers. They're going to go over everybody on this feed. When a new concept rolls into your community and you've never had them before, or you like them and you have to go up north, you're going to go there and try them out. But our job is to make sure that you come back to us maybe more than one time a week that you did before. And that's how we handle different things with competitive intrusion.
Well, I can tell, Tony, and if you guys have ever visited any of these Wendy's, they're quick.
Quick.
The quality of
Real
food is amazing.
Real fast.
And the service is really great. And my question now is, how do you keep that culture going? You got a lot of things going on. There's 39 Wendy's you guys are accountable to. We kind of know what you think about when you wake up, but what's the day in the life of Tony in order to keep this well-oiled machine running?
Well, disciplined. Again, just remembering what your purpose is today. And the purpose is taking care of your internal and external customer. Your internal is all your employees. And again, if you take care of them, respect the job they do. This is not an easy job by no means.
No, not at all. You guys will see it on the store coming up.
And they work hard, and you got to respect that. They're not perfect. They're young people, they're middle-aged people, older people, and everybody does a great job of what they do. You just have to teach them how to do that. And the culture starts with my dad and I. If we believe we're positive, we reinforce positive, reinforcing procedures and policies, it reinforces them. And we got great recognition programs in place for our people, because without them, there's none of us. So just to answer your question, just to keep this machine rolling every day, and how does it go, it's all about the systems that are in place. The things that we talked about a few minutes ago, about how it's different from here to a Vito's. The systems in this house are in place by Wendy's company, and you just have to follow them. And if you follow them and instill them in your people, everything should run like it's supposed to. More yeses than no's.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I was getting ready to touch on that, because I'm really big on customer service. I'm even bigger on speed of service. And no drive-through in the whole entire Kankakee County area is faster than Wendy's. Bradley and Bourbonnais, I actually time them. If I'm in the drive-through, if I'm 7 cars deep, I don't got anything to do anyway, I'm timing them just to see how long it takes to get through the drive-through. And I do it everywhere else in town I go to too. And they're always less than a minute a car every single time. It never fails. Fastest drive-through in town at the Bradley and Bourbonnais Wendy's. You got to check it out sometime. So even when you and Mike aren't here, how do you keep your employees stay motivated enough to keep that speed of service going, even when they're not being supervised? And that's a big deal. When employees can do it when you're here, that's one thing. But when you're not here and they're still on top of things, how do you get your employees to keep working like that?
Well, again, I'll go back to what I said earlier. It's about the people that you hire.
Yeah.
And they know the expectation, because we said it. They know what we're looking for in delivering the delight every customer. So when you're not around, that's when, the true saying is what's really happening when you're not here. That's when these guys should flourish.
Yeah.
Because when we're here, I don't come out of my car. They don't go run and hide. They don't get nervous. They don't get scared, because I don't treat them that way. I don't come in here like a bull in a china shop.
Yeah.
I'm the same way every single time. So they know the expectation. They know what I'm wanting to be delivered. And of course, there's going to be hiccups, but again, there's more positive than negatives.
Yeah.
it's just reinforcing.
And I'll tell you what, I've been coming to this Wendy's for years, 30 years, and they've got some of the same employees here that they've had 20 years ago. So just the fact that they keep some of the same employees around says some of these employees must like it here that much. And plus, I've talked to Mike a few times. I've caught some ins and outs. Your dad's actually sent some of the managers of some of his Wendy's stores to Vegas, all paid for on his dime, right? And then you get do something like that. So when your boss sends you to Vegas and you don't got to pay anything for it, he keeps you in the hotel, pays for your food, takes care of you out there, you have fun. That's what good management and good bosses are all about, right? So how is that just a program you guys have set in place?
Yes.
That you don't have to do it. Wendy's doesn't make you do it, but you and your dad wanted to do that for your employees.
We do a lot of different things for our employees. We take them to Bulls games, Sox games. We have a banquet every year for them. Usually it's at CD&B. We've done that for the last few years. We just do awards, and we have comedies or just different things that may come up for a fun day for them to be out of the restaurant for a weekend and just enjoy what it's like to be recognized and just to get them out of the store. And it's the appreciation that we have for them.
Yeah, one more thing before we go on the tour. We don't want to go too long with this, although we could go on with this one for like an hour if we wanted to. Time is of the essence. Lunchtime's about to start. Every single year, Wendy's chooses one person from the Wendy's Corporation to belong in the Hall of Fame. And it can be an employee, it can be anybody. It can be anybody from the front counter to a manager of a store to a franchisee to anybody. Well, they chose Mike Allegro to be in the Hall of Fame. Let's talk about that and that experience. What was that? What that was like for your dad?
That was I don't keep secrets from my dad, nor that you can't. I mean, you can tell by your facial expressions, your demeanor. If there's something you got to say, you ain't going to get it out of you.
He gonna get it out of you.
Yeah. So that was a secret that I had to hide. I had known about it for about 3 months from the upper leadership. And we didn't have the remodeled locations in this area, so we had to go down south to Champaign to one of our stores there. When he's president and his leadership team showed up, they flew into an airport down there, and they showed up, and my dad was there, and he's like, he knew something was going on, but we were just saying we were celebrating his 25th year anniversary as a franchisee. So Kelly was there, his wife, and all of our DNs and managers. There was all kinds of people. So he's a little complex. What are you doing? But lo and behold, they came through the door and surprised him with the honors of the highest honor that you can get from Wendy's, which was the Hall of Fame. And it was an experience of a lifetime. I would imagine with the interviewing that you had, the hospitality that Wendy's put you up in Chicago during the update meeting that year, and it was just something that it's more motivating when you see your dad get the highest honor. Yeah. It's not because of what you did yesterday, it's not what you're doing today, it's about what you've done from the beginning to the day that you get that, and what you're doing after. It's what he's done for the brand, what he's done for his own personal growth in the Wendy's franchise community, and all the things he's participated on the councils of Wendy's to give insight and input and help them grow as a company.
Yeah, and think about all the thousands of Wendy's employees there are all over the world, and they only choose one each year for the Hall of Fame, and they chose Mike Allegro to belong in the Hall of Fame. And when you go to Mike and Tony's locations, any of their locations, you'll see why he was chosen to be in the Hall of Fame, because the way his locations are run are top of the line. So come figure it out and see for yourself. Any of the Wendy's locations, check it out. Speed of service is top of their game. Take it away, Jim.
So before we go on this tour here, you guys just heard a lot of information, and to Mike's point, we could go all day.
Yeah, we could. This is a good one.
Yeah, it's a different interview for Mike and I because being the franchise that they are, different systems in place, different practices, some of the same things you're hearing out of Tony's mouth from the success of the business.
But it's local businessmen that started this and allowed it to flourish.
Yeah, so a lot of people think that with some of these chain restaurants and chain retail establishments that it's not family business, when indeed it is exactly that.
Yep.
It just may have a bigger brand name attached to it. So before we get on this tour, Tony, maybe I can ask you, we can talk about this off camera, are you guys hiring in any location?
We're always hiring.
Always
Even
hiring.
if we're fully staffed up, I will never turn away an interview. I will never turn away a management interview. There's always good people out there that are looking for jobs. And we believe creating jobs for people in our community gets people out and get to work. So if the opportunity is there and they qualify for the position, we hire. And we're always hiring. We would love to have you come to Bradley, Bourbonnais, or Kankakee, or Mantino, closest to these locations, and set up you for an interview. Yes, we're always hiring.
So you guys heard it. If you guys know somebody that's looking for work, they need a career change, they have some value to offer to this company, come into the locations and get yourself hooked up with Tony or Mike or one of the managers in the location. Thanks again for sharing those streams. We're going to go on this tour here in just a moment. Do we want to cover anything else?
Well, the words of wisdom. I know we're going over our usual time limit here, but let's go over the words of wisdom, Tony. I mean, you've gained a lot of good business insight. You guys, you used to run a Quiznos, you ran Vito's. I mean, you've done a lot of things. So what kind of business insight do you have for the viewers here? Maybe something they can do on a daily basis, habits they can instill to make them better at what they do.
What I would give somebody, never give up. Never stop dreaming about what you're in, whatever that dream may be, and the end result. Never stop. I mean, Quiznos was a great thing, didn't work out. Vito's was an awesome thing, wasn't my path anymore. And Wendy's has always been there, and just never stop. And never stop believing, and always have faith. And those two things there, you'll be okay. So that's what I'd say.
Solid words of wisdom.
Yeah, I would say so. So if you're having a bad day or something, you just kind of knock yourself out and get out of it somehow, or what do you do to get out of it? If you're having a bad day or an off day, do you snap out of it pretty quick, or what do you do to get out of it?
You know what? If I'm having a bad day, why are you having a bad day, number one?
Yeah.
Can it be worse? Always.
Yeah.
So get yourself together, get yourself back thinking right, snap out of it, and get back to what you do best.
You're a pro at these interviews, man. You've done this before, huh?
No, not really, but I'm
Fire now. All these answers.
All right, let's take this tour. So this place has been newly renovated just recently. When did you guys renovate this exactly?
about a little over a year ago.
Okay, and
Last July.
From my understanding, what made you guys decide to renovate this store? Was it just time for an upgrade?
Yes.
Or did Wendy's kind of hold you to it?
Yeah, my dad and I, we can pick and choose certain locations, and you look at some of your older models of the restaurants and the community that you're in, what's everybody else doing, and you just want to stay up in times. And we felt that this area needed a lift in the Wendy's brand and the facelift, and Bradley came to light. Bourbonnais just was done not too long ago. We've done 7 this year, so around in all of our restaurants. And, we just feel that it's time to start upgrading the restaurants and become modern, and that's what the people want out there.
Well, you definitely helped give this side of Bradley a facelift, so that's good. What do you think about business in Bradley as a whole?
At least what I see, there's a lot of things I think starting to come to life. With Myers coming down the road, that's a huge player in the retail and that industry. I think that's a great thing. McDonald's renovate, starting to lift up again.
Yeah, Larry's another guy who doesn't stop learning. I actually took a class at KCC with him, so it was kind of something. I'm in a class at KCC, and the owner of McDonald's is in there with you because he never wants to stop learning either. So. Good stuff. Well, you want to do the tour real quick?
Let's do the tour, Let's start inside. In case I lose
Wendy's
my signal once we get outside, but you guys want to
that
check out the outside of this place.
Okay, so here's
We'll give it up to tour guide Mike Neumann.
It gives that little lift up.
Yeah.
All hardwood floors, laminate.
All hardwood floors. Yep. All of them.
Don't pass up the freestyle machine.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love these guys. Love these things.
This is, I believe, the number one thing, what separates us from everybody else besides the hospitality and what our restaurants.
It's all quality food here.
Quality food.
All of it.
Not
Never
frozen
bad
meat.
food here, ever. All of Wendy's spins on one word: fresh.
Brandon, come here. Hurry up. Come on. Get over here. Are you listening to it? They're recording you now. You're live.
Live on.
Hey!
Yeah, everything just looks so good here. And we can go outside and take a walk. You want to give us a little
Yeah,
tour?
take a look at this place.
Site. Quality service, it doesn't cut corners is our recipe. So what do you mean by doesn't cut corners exactly?
We always say don't cut corners. We always talk about keeping the square patty square. Don't cut a corner to sacrifice the quality for the business.
Wow, good stuff, good stuff. Now let's go to that. I think the front of the building is pretty sure. We'll take a look right across the street. Service in town. The fastest drive-through in town is right here at this. Well, all the Wendy's I go to, but I typically just go to Wendy's and Bradley and Bourbonnais.
Hey, I want to say, since we're live today, we came out. Everybody loves that 4 for $4, right?
Yeah.
$4 meal, but we just launched a brand new giant JBC. Double the meat, double the cheese, double the bacon, a fry, a nugget, and a drink for $5. If you haven't tried one and you love the junior bacon, get out here and get your $5 giant JBC.
Thursday, be on the lookout for myself and Jim, and I think it's Darren's Chicken, but we'll keep you updated when the time comes. Thanks for watching.
Well, you guys just seen it. You got that bonus edition with Mike and Jim. You got to come in and try that giant JBC for $5. Appreciate you guys that stayed towards the end. I know the quality was in and out. We had some stuff going on that disrupted the live feed, but you know you got a bonus edition this week. We look forward to you at the next interview. Check out our YouTube channel, Live with Mike and Jim. We'll get more videos uploaded as the subscribers get notified.